Primary runoffs are over and voters have spoken. A Tea Party candidate upset a three-term incumbent in the race for lieutenant governor. The Tea Party also flexed its muscles in other runoffs as well. Political analyst Dallas Jones joins us now with more on the primary results and what November could look like.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us again this morning. Always good to see you. Boy, I tell you, it was a tough fight when we're dealing with the lieutenant governor race. We saw a lot of negative ads out there, and in the end, Senator Dan Patrick defeated the incumbent Lieutenant Governor David Dewhurst. So what's next?
Well, what it tells us is what we knew. It's a tremendous reassurance of the swing to the right of the Republican Party. David Dewhurst was upset in the lieutenant governor's race, and in the AG's race, Ken Paxton, another Tea Party favorite, won the runoff in order to succeed Greg Abbott as Attorney General. So it reassures us that that moving to the right is definitely where the party has gone.
And the current lieutenant governor, the incumbent, David Dewhurst, struggled a lot. And for some, they were pretty shocked by that. Why the struggle?
Well, this is the second election in the row that the lieutenant governor lost. He lost the U.S. Senate race to Ted Cruz for the nomination of his party, and in addition, he had to defend his conservative credentials. He wasn't conservative enough for the conservatives, and so he has saw his defeat for the second time.
So what does this mean for the state legislature now?
The legislature is going to get, believe it or not, even more conservative. Now you have folks that are concerned about garnering primary opponents, and so you're going to see the legislature go further to the right. In the Senate, we saw incumbent senators defeat by more conservative opponents, and in the House we'll see a slight shift, but even still there'll be a dramatic shift on that side.
And taking you back to the lieutenant governor race, and we're talking now November, of course, Senator Dan Patrick will go up now against Democratic Senator Leticia Vanderputte. So what does this mean for her? We're talking about moving more to the right. What does this mean for this Democratic candidate here?
Well, it's actually a good opportunity for Senator Vanderputte. People believe that the lieutenant governor's race is going to be much harder fought than the actual governor's race, primarily because the vast differences in personality between Senator Patrick and Senator Vanderputte, in addition to very vast differences on policy stances. And so I think one of the key factors in this particular race will be the Latino vote. Senator Patrick has been accused of being very strong against immigration and almost making inflammatory remarks against the Hispanic community, while Senator Vanderputte herself is Hispanic. And so there'll be a key element in that upcoming AG's race.
And let's talk about voter turnout. If my memory serves me correctly, on Tuesday, Election Day, not only did we have to deal with low voter turnout, but we also dealt with the weather, which added to the voter turnout.
Absolutely dismal. What we saw was that voter turnout was low across the board, slightly up on the Republican side, just because there were more contested races. So November is going to be a rush of getting your voters out, and those that can spend the money to get their voters out will have a much better opportunity. But there's going to have to be some significant investment there.
Thank you so much, Dallas Jones, for joining us once again. We do appreciate it. Thanks again. Well, this morning's headlines are